some good responses on the on my questions in the first place. I'm going to try to maybe stay out of the way here because my shadow's casting. Alright, I don't know if you'll be able to see well enough. This camera is really bad indoors. It's not that great outdoors, but it's really bad indoors. So we'll try to get through this though. Alright, this right here is the main 4-inch sewer line going out to septic right here. Now, one thing that no one really answered was, is it okay to let the toilet drain line just drop down, you know, like 2.5 or 3 feet? Is that okay, or does it have to not fall that far so it won't pick up too much speed? And then basically what I've got going is just the sink going into the toilet sewer line, you know, like a 1.5 inch line going into a 4-inch line or 3-inch line. I'll probably use just 4-inch lines on all the toilet. I've only got 2 toilets, you know, it's not that big a deal. Okay, so I've got the sink going into that. I've got the dishwasher going into the sink, and the sink going into that. And then I've got the bathtub and the sink going into the toilet drain. Now, is this okay? Is it okay to do this? To put, you know, the bathtub and the sink and the toilet on the same down pipe? I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be, but you never know. Okay, now, from what everyone was saying about the air vent, okay, normally what I would do if I were building a commercially built house is I would run the air vent from each, you know, I'd have 3 stacks going up through the wall cavity, through the top plates, and into the attic, where they would meet one single central stack going out the roof. But I just don't want to do that. You know, even if I'm imagining the fact that drilling, you know, imagine this is a 2x4, okay, drilling a hole that big out of it and having only a 1/2 inch on each side to support not only the ceiling joists, these are studs by the way, ceiling joists, but also the rafters. You know, the whole weight of the roof is on these top sill plates. I really don't like that. It seems to me like that could just crack and bust right there. Maybe it wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. And you know, most of the time they'll frame that part with a 2x6. But you know, I've already laid out the space for this house and the rooms and everything. And you know, it might not seem like much to go from a 2x4 wall to a 2x6 wall on one side, because you could just do the back side and then the other 3 walls still 2x4 walls. But I mean, that takes up, you know, an extra 3 inches by the time you get the, you know, interior trim on and everything like that. So that's out. So I guess my problem still is how, and I understand, like, you can't, you know, I couldn't just like run an air vent like from here to that one, and then from that one, you know, to that one, you know, because the water draining down could easily get into those, and I don't know that would work properly. So I understand. I'm not trying to do something, you know, I'm not trying to justify doing something the wrong way. I'm just trying to find a different way to do it, but still be the right way, without going up these wall cavities and through that top sill plate. I do not want to go through the top sill plate. Okay, so let's look at this for a second. Let's see. Okay, here's an idea. Let's just get rid of this. Okay, so as most of you know, if you've watched my previous videos, my ground out there basically does one of these numbers. Okay, so the front of the house, let's say the block foundation stops there. Okay, right now out at the house, that right there is about what I've got going on. So, and then right about here is the block letting the sewer line in. Okay, now, what I plan on doing is I'll lay sill plates on, each of these steps, and I'll just frame this up. Like the actual sill plate will go like that. Okay, so that's the sill plate for the laying the floor joists on. Okay, and then I'll frame this up. Okay, like there'll be a sill plate, there'll be a sill plate. And then I'll just frame this with oak 2x8s. And you basically, do it kind of like you would do add a second story to a house. Okay, so I've got this space here of about maybe 3 feet that is made out of wood, So there's a lot that I could do with that. I could drill a hole anywhere in there. So what I was thinking is, okay, let's say, we've got that 4-inch main drain. And just to make this quick, okay, let's see. We got that one, that one, that one. Everybody just pretend that you can tell that that's a sanitary tee for now. Okay, so we've got the drain lines from, the toilet, bathtub, and sink going into there, Okay, and then you've got, the dishwasher and the sink. Then you've got the toilet and the sink over here. Okay, so with this kind of a setup, what would be stopping me from, because the actual 4-inch line is going to be way down here near the ground level, and these will drop, as long as you guys say it's okay, these will drop 2 or 3 feet vertically, and this will be, almost sitting on the ground in the crawl space. So, let's say our 4-inch line, this 4-inch line is like right about here. Okay, let's just say that. Now, what's stopping me from taking, like a 3-inch air vent line, or 3-inch PVC, and coming off of these, like here, here, and here, coming straight this way, so out the back. So it would be something like that right there, and then, up the side of the house. Now, what's stopping me from doing something like that? Because see, even though it's below the level of, water in the sink or whatever, it has a very steep angle. So that by the time you get up, the water level in the sinks and things like that is going to be like maybe right there. And there will be 3 of these. or maybe not even 3. Maybe I can connect them all together right here under the house with a parallel line, and then come up off of that parallel line, you know what I'm saying, connect all these together just in a straight line like that, and then, you know, come straight out from maybe the middle one or something. Or even if I have 3 sticking out like this, like I said, I don't care. It's on the back side of the house. I don't really care. And then, you know, I believe it was Off Grid 40 that had said, you know, instead of, a lot of people said not to just leave it under the eave. So here's the side of the house. Well, it won't come to quite a point like that. It would be more kind of like that. He said to run it up, you know, 90 it again, and that's it. You know, and I would put some sort of a cap or screen or something on there so that wasp and stuff can't get down in there. But I think that is the best option for what I'm looking for. Hopefully I've made myself clear in all this. You know, I don't really know a different way to explain it. Anyways, coming straight off of these, you know, I don't know if you could connect all those together and then just come out one time with one of these air vents going up, or if you would need, you know, 3 individual ones coming out and up. Either way is fine with me. But if anybody sees an issue with coming off of that main line with the air vents like that, and just going out the side of the house at an extreme upward angle so that water would naturally want to drain down, you know, let me know if there's some sort of a problem with that. I think that'll probably work. And you guys really helped me figure this out, so I really appreciate that. Try to look over this real quick and make sure I haven't left anything out. Oh yeah, make sure and let me know, guys, if 2 or 3 foot vertical drop from like the toilets, just a straight drop down into this 4-inch line with these sanitary tees. Tell me if that's okay or not. To me, it seems like it would just have tremendous speed, but you know, I guess it would slow down by the time it got to the end, as long as your slope was right. So I guess that's about it. Anyway, let me know about all of this if it looks okay. I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but hopefully I got my point across. Anyways, thank you for the help.